Hey y'all, Sean here. Welcome to my world of trending topics. This is where I'm going to be talking about everything that's going on, what's trending in pop culture today, right? And I say pop culture, if you don't know, it means popular culture. And I actually want to talk about so many things. The only thing that you're not going to get me to do is start gossiping. I'll leave that to the ladies of social media. But as for me and my house, I'm just going to be talking about trending topics, what's hot, what's not, good news, bad news, the whole shebang outside of the United States, inside of the United States. But for the most part, it's going to be what's happening in this country. All right, I'm not going to be on politics 100%. I've seen channels where they went from trending topics to politics topics, and I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to give you a little bit of politics since we're in the political season right now. So the first thing I want to talk about, since we're talking about politics, is Meagan the Stallion performing at a campaign stop for Kamala Harris. Now, I said to myself, I was like, what has happened to us? Is this where we are right now in politics? Let's take a watch. Look at the white man in the yellow in the back. Y'all, this is a disgrace. This is what politics has come to. Kamala Harris is pimping. Let me not get into my Dr. Umar's voice. Kamala Harris, Kamala. Somebody said I pronounced her wrong, or her name wrong. It's all about dialect, y'all. Kamala. She is big pimping right now, the black culture, especially the woman. I hate to say it, y'all, but I'm just going to keep it real. Shout out to the ladies out there. Shout out to the black women of this world. But personally, I feel like y'all are being pimped right now, right? So I want to jump into something else, right? Right now, you know what? Let's talk about Donald Trump, because something happened with Donald Trump, and I want to actually put this out there. That boy ain't playing.
Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. Done so much, and you know, and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money. They were stone cold broke.
He did.
And I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing.
He did.
And nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, you know, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love
I think
if you
it's
can
a
answer
very
the question
nasty
on your rhetoric
question.
and why you
I have
believe that
answered
black
the
voters
question.
should trust you with another 4
I have
years.
been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act?
And for you to start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work, in such a hostile manner, I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then
We don't want no follow-up. You were wrong, and you were out of context. You were rude. See, this is what we're talking about. If you want to know the struggle in our community, this is what we're talking about. And that's the thing, man. It's like they didn't say all those things that he said. They didn't say anything about that. Well, you know what? They want to point out all these things about Donald Trump. But what people are not talking about when it comes to President Joe Biden, which these people voted for, he opposed busing. He was not about integrating public schools with black kids and white kids. He opposed busing. He didn't want those black kids to be bused to those schools because he opposed it. Let's talk about that.
Do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America then?
No.
Do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed.
Well, there was
not
a failure of states to integrate public schools in America.
At the time, Biden generally did not support busing, while he still prided himself as a champion of civil rights.
They will say everything negative about Donald Trump, but when it comes to the person who they're voting for, it's all good, it's all this, it's all that. Look, we gotta be fair across the board. We can't attack this man and point out all those things, did all that research, and say, well, you did this, you did that, and not talk about all the good things he has done, especially for HBCU. This man funded HBCU. Barack Obama never did that. He was the only president that met with the black pastors. He was the only one that did that. Y'all forgot about that? He was the only one that says, okay, I want to meet with a team of black pastors to see what we could do for the black church. All right, so let's get to the next topic. So there were 3 arrests made in the rapper's Julio Foolio's murder. We got body cam recording of the arrest that was made. They picked up 3 people, 2 guys and a young lady, 2 young men and a young lady. They're all young, y'all. And let's watch this body cam as they pick up these, suspects.
Driver, open the car door. Let me see your hands. Step on out. Step on out. Look away. Back up to the sound of my voice. Yep. Stop right there. Lift your shirt up. Turn. Do a 360. What? Just listen to us. We'll talk about it. Keep going. Keep going. Turn. Turn. Now walk back to the sound of my voice. Come on. Keep coming. 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 Walk back to me. Can't find your back.
On the Anytime Fitness, it was at 4:13 when that thing was.
Isaiah 10, this is the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We are in your front driveway. We have a warrant for your arrest. Come to the front door with nothing in your hands. We are not going away.
We're headed your way to a...
Hands up!
Come on out with your hands up.
You're gonna come on now, hands up. Put your hands up.
Target to the officer.
Can't tell. The target? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Yep. Put your hands up!
Listen,
Put your hands in the air. Hands up.
Hands in the air. Hands in the air.
All right. Slowly walk toward me. Let's go. Right here, right here. Walk right here. Let's go. Yeah.
Walk this way. Listen to the instructions.
Yep.
Hey, keep your hands up and walk out towards me. Hey, over here.
Come this way.
Over here. You're going to get hit with the less lethal. Get your hands up and walk towards me. Hands up and walk towards me. Hands up and walk towards me. Keep coming. Keep coming. Coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Stop. Stop. Turn around. Keep your hands up. Turn around. Hands up. Keep your hands up.
Now, you know right here when they say keep your hands up, you know they could have shot him, right? Because that looks like he is reaching. And this is what you got to understand. This is the reason why you got to listen to the cops when they tell you certain things. You got to listen, y'all. Y'all can't be out here acting like you could do whatever. This is where they could have shot him. And they didn't. Shout out to the cops. Shout out to this team that went to pick him up. They could have shot him right there. Once he put his hand, when they said put your hands up like that, once you put your hands down, that looks like you're reaching. And if they were jumpy, you know, lost their minds, want to shoot somebody real quick, trigger happy, they could have shot him right there. He should have kept his hands up. Let's keep watching.
Hands up. Don't reach for your waist. Do not reach for your waist. Look at me. Back up to me. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. All right, go to your knees. Put your hands behind your back. Stay there. Stay there. Don't move.
Isaiah. Isaiah.
Stand up. Isaiah 10, right?
Both suspects in custody and Andrew's there. Yeah.
Keep walking. Now turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Is there anybody else inside?
All right, we're going to stop right there. They got that man looking like a wet dog in the rain. Look, a lot of people, let me tell you, you can't swear on some of these kids, man, because I'm sure their parents is going to be, they're good kids. No, they're not. They're not good kids. You know they're not good kids. And this is what I always say. That's the reason why I never fall for this whole street gangster stuff. Because you're quick to act like a thug with the next person that looks like you, but when it comes to the cops, they come to pick you up. You put your hands in the air, you put your hands behind you, no shootout, nothing, no resistance, nothing. You just give in, but you a thug. See, that's the thing. I never bought into that lifestyle. I never bought into, well, the streets got you and, you know, we here and this and that. But as soon as you go to prison, as soon as you go to jail, you don't see none of those people. Barely any of them come and see you in prison or in jail. That's what I'm saying. Never fall for it. That's why you got to raise your kids up to understand what's going on out here in these streets. The streets don't love you. I'm telling you, this is the way social media is. Based on what I just said, somebody is going to catch some attitude. Somebody's going to feel some type of way because everybody gets all, irated when you speak the truth. That's the plain old truth. They're not thugs. Do not buy into that street stuff. I don't believe in it. I never got sold on it. And I just feel like, look, we got to train our kids right, man. If you got some children, train them up to understand what it really means to be in the streets. It means nothing. How many of these kids out here that you see in the streets are who's slinging dope and being in gangs and this and that? How many of those are actually rich? So think about it like that. And my friend, that's my trending topics of the day. Hit that subscribe button if you're here for the first time. If you're here for the second time, thank you for coming back. If you're here for the third time, I appreciate you. See you in the next video. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button for me and drop a comment. Let's go.